Hey guys, what's going on? Adam from Adam Olson Fitness. I'm here today with Amy Back.
Hi.
Amy Back Fit. We're here at Adam Olson Fitness. We've got Akuma rolling around in here with us. This is the second part of diaphragmatic bracing. If you haven't watched the first part, you can go back and watch that first video. We'll put that in the somewhere on the screen here. So you can click on that and watch that first video if you want. And we said we were going to give some examples of what that looks like. So Amy's going to demonstrate the squat. She's going to go through the movements. I'm going to walk you through what that looks like. And then I will put the belt on and show you what it looks like with the belt. Then we'll move on to the deadlift and give you an example there so you can kind of get an idea of what that looks like as well. The bracing and all of the setup involved with that. So Amy is getting behind the rack. We've got Akuma giving her company here down at the bottom. And so basically we're going to just talk through the entire walkout process, but since this is about diaphragmatic bracing, we really want you to focus on the breathing aspect of it. So Amy's going to get under the bar. She's going to get herself situated. We're going to focus a little bit more on a back squat in this video. So she's getting the bar nice and low. She's pulling those elbows in nice and tight. She's going to put her legs in a position where she can hip hinge up, and usually you brace there. One step out, second step, and then adjusting the feet. All right? Everything is in and nice and tight. Now at the top, this is where all the breathing happens. She's going to take a deep breath into the lungs, fill up her diaphragm, tighten everything, all the way down to the bottom of the squat, and then up, hips in, exhale happens at the top. Another deep breath, and up, and drive in. Exhale at the top. So you can, I don't know if you can audibly hear Amy breathing, but up, breathe, deep breath. In, brace the midsection, tight all the way through, drive straight up, trying to keep the bar path here as straight as possible. Let's get 1 or 2 more reps in. Deep breath, brace all the way down. She's coming down at least to 90 degrees. Ideally, we'd like to see those hips go a little bit lower than the knee. That would be great. All the way up, hips in, and then she's basically walking straight into the rack. And that is an example of the walkout process,
How was that?
the breathing process, and what the breathing should look like. I'm going to throw on a powerlifting belt real quick. I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to be using the same breathing. I'm going to be bracing into that belt. So just you can see what the whole thing looks like. You'll see another person execute the squat, and we'll go from there. Amy's going to touch on some of the key points that I just did while I go through the process, so she can walk through all of it with you guys while you watch. All right. Notice that when I put that in, I kind of had to pull my midsection in and up. This is nice and tight on my midsection. It's right above my hip bones are right about here, so it's just above the hip bone, right about middle of the stomach, right under my ribs here.
It should be tight.
It should be tight so that when you brace in, it is creating support. So I'm going to set my hands up so that they're nice and equidistant. Good grip. I'm going to step under the bar, and Amy can walk through the rest of it as I do the motion.
Up. You want to make sure that you're bracing when you break the bar off. So same bracing. So he takes a deep breath in. He's going to stand straight up. He's going to step back. 1, 2. He's going to let the weight settle. Set his feet in place. He's going to take a deep breath in. Brace into the belt. And he's going to sit up and exhale. And reset every single time. That's what you should be doing. Down, up, and breathe at the top. Deep breath in, brace into the belt, and drive up. Good.
And that is the basics of diaphragmatic bracing. Using a squat. I'm okay. You okay? Good boy. All right, let's come down. Using the belt in order to assist, bracing into that belt, and doing the entire squat.
Yeah, and typically, you don't need that belt on throughout, all your warm-ups and all your beginning. Only when it starts to feel like the weight's starting to get a little bit challenging. So you want to practice all that bracing on your own without the belt. When you start to feel that you need something to brace into because the weight's getting a little heavier, that's when you want to put the belt on. You want to try to go as much, in my opinion, you want to try to go as much as possible without needing that belt. When you need it, you need it.
So we're going to move over to giving an example of the deadlift. just so you can kind of see the exact same setups for the deadlift. We're going to use conventional just for all intents and purposes, and we're going to go from there. We'll see you in a minute. Okay guys, we're back here to give you an example of the deadlift. We're going to do the entire approach. We're going to show the breathing, and then I'll put the belt on and we'll go from there and do it again. So Amy's going to set up for her deadlift. She's going to approach the bar. The way that we do this here is that she's going to step under the bar. She's going to allow her feet to be cut in half at the shoelaces. And then from that point forward, she's going to turn her feet slightly to 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock, center being 12 o'clock. She's going to bend perfectly in half at the waist, grab the bar, and then bring the shins to the bar, okay? Shoulders are going to externally rotate, packing the lats down, and then deep breath, brace the midsection, drive the floor away, hips come in, and then right back down using the shin as a guide. You can do that, reset every time, and down, good, and again, deep breath, brace the stomach. All right, let's fix the breath, so make sure all the breathing happens down at the bottom. Inhale down at the bottom, exhale down at the bottom. You want to stay tight all the way through the rep. Oh yeah? Figures. All right, let's roll that bar back.
What's happening? You trying to deadlift? Trying to take a nap?
All right, we'll do another set, another couple reps. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, again, approach the bar. Cutting the shoelaces in half, turn the feet out to 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock. We're bending perfectly in half at the hinge of the hip. Come up. Bend half in half. Don't bend the knees. Yeah, there we go. Grab the bar. Now shins to the bar. Now externally rotate the shoulders, pack the lats down, looking at the floor. Deep breath, brace the stomach, drive up hips, and drive all the way down. And again, deep breath, brace, all the way up hips, and all the way down. And one more time. Deep breath, brace, hips, and all the way down. Exhale. Good. I'm going to demonstrate the form again with the belt on. You'll see, maybe you'll be able to see how the bracing helps, or the belt helps with bracing. Again, I'm making this nice and snug to my midsection. When I'm approaching the bar, I'm looking down, I'm cutting my shoelaces in half. If you choose to do this with deadlifting shoes or with bare feet, obviously you're just cutting midfoot in half. A nice narrow stance, you want to go too wide unless you're going to do sumo, whole different thing there with the stance work. Feet slightly at 1 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Bending perfectly in half at the waist. Grabbing the bar, shins to the bar. Hi, buddy.
Come on.
Externally rotate the shoulders. As I do that, I like to take my breathing then. I take a deep breath, and then I drive the earth away, wedging my hips forward once the bar gets past about right above the kneecap, and then right back down. All of the breathing happens here. Deep breath. Again, deep breath. And one more time. Deep breath. Thank you. Deep breath. So all of the breathing is happening at the bottom. My breaths are bracing my diaphragm into my belt. Hi, bud. Thank you. And that's allowing me to fortify my entire midsection, keeping my spine nice and tight and controlled with the breathing, with the belt. All the way up, all the way down. All of the breathing happens at the bottom. And this is an example of diaphragmatic bracing and how you should utilize the powerlifting belt and your breathing in order to help maximize your powerlifting. If you guys like what you've seen in this video, please make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Get it out to people that are interested in this kind of stuff. If you have questions for us, please leave a comment down below, or you can message me at Adam Olson Fitness on Facebook and Instagram, or Amy Back at Amy Back Fit on Facebook and Instagram. And once again, thank you very much for watching and keeping up with the channel. We appreciate it.